Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Mohammad Asim. I'm working as DevOps engineer. Guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how we can add data nodes and I'm going to cover all the steps which we need. So all the steps are going to be, we have already covered regarding the infrastructure setup. So what we need to add a data node into your Elasticsearch cluster, simply navigate to this auto-scaling group section. What we have done in the past through Terraform, we set up all the infrastructure. So simply navigate to the data node section. You can add n number of nodes in your infrastructure, but we are going to use only one node and my capacity is limited. And this is going to be the hot node, and I'm going to cover the script which we are using for this. So simply you need to click this button and I'm going to add only one node. As I discussed, you can add 2, 3, 5, 10, or 100 nodes, totally up to you and number of nodes. So that is how we are going to use the data node, right? So if you navigate to the section and in the in the HE2 section, what it does, let me simply refresh it. So it will initialize one data node for us. So it will take a little time, and you will see once data node is added, it is going to discover this cluster, and you will see the status of the node are changed to 4, and it will be available in our infrastructure. Till then, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cover the user data as I already described in my previous video. These videos actually are more of a demonstration what is happening at the back end. So simply navigate to the modules. So navigate to the launch configuration. Here we have user data section, which we are using in the launch configuration. So this is the master 1, node 2, master node 3, and user data. And also I'm going to cover the monitoring automated deployment in later videos. So let's see the first script which we are using in our infrastructure. So okay, this is the email you can contact for more details of or any services you need. So some of the useful links I've added from the official documentation of Elasticsearch, why we should use the load balancer, why we need that, right, for cluster, high availability and scaling. So I've added those. So these are the automation magic at the back end, like our DNS entry has done in our hosted zone, which we have created automatically, right? And it has updated all the entries in the DNS. So simply what I mean by that, and this is the hosted zone. As we in past we have spin up 3 machines master nodes. What it does, it makes entry into this, and the IP of our nodes are going to be automatically updated in this. So definitely it's not possible for me to cover all the steps I have done. So, but this is what you need to see and what has been done. It is pretty much the basic stuff regarding the coding and scripting knowledge. So this is the configuration regarding the metric beat, right? Like um, what we need. So this is the metric beat YAML file, and this is the APM server metric file, which I'm going to cover in my later videos regarding the monitoring with um, Kibana and Grafana. So this is the Route 53 section, right? So this is how it makes a DNS entry in the hosted zone. This is the hosted zone, and it is going to update that particular entry with the local IP address, which we have defined on the top of this script. So this is the network. Just I'm exporting all the stuff. So this is regarding the metric beat APM server, right? So this is the script regarding what we need regarding the Elastic image and Elasticsearch version. So this shim size shared memory means that by default, if you see the documentation, 64 MB is allocated to each container. For best performance, I recommend to use the shim size. And if you navigate to the top, um, what I've done also regarding the, sorry, and that was covered in the build EMS section. So let me show you that part as well. So navigate to this section, but I missed that. So I just want to show you in this video. So that is why, guys, I recommend to watch all the videos till end. So this is what I'm gonna say. So set the max size to 250 gigs, although we are using only 4 gigs machines, but this is these settings regarding the uh, etc sysctl.conf is necessary. That is, we are actually setting up through our automated bash script by creation of the golden AMI when we have done that. So this is the setting I am showing you regarding the containers. The shim size by default has the 64 MB to every container. So, but for optimal performance, I do recommend this setting. We are not going to use port mapping here. We are going to use the host network. Why we are doing uh, this? Because I actually bypass the extra hop or extra layer of network. So it is going to be something more like just your EC2 machine and not the Docker networking like port mapping and all that stuff is actually extra layer of network is removed. So the network communication is going to be just like you set up this on your configure on your EC2 machines, right? So I remove this network layer. That is the reason. So logging part, right? So if you navigate to the section regarding the log groups, instead of using the file beats, what we will be using the AWS simply type CloudWatch here, right? So navigate to the CloudWatch section. You will see that one log group with the name Elasticsearch is created by our Terraform, and that log group, I should say, is going to be updated by these containers by pushing all the logs to the CloudWatch, and you can see all the logs regarding your machines, right? So, okay, let me navigate to one of the nodes. So I do recommend to make this. I actually intentionally done this hashing regarding the log level to error. Otherwise, it is going to send a lot of logs, and it is going to, you know, be too much for our, infra. So you can see all the logs regarding the, I mean, regarding your infrastructure, right? So logging is done. You can, if you type elected. So as this is the demo, I just want to show you that, you can do a lot of stuff like, in demo, what is happening at the back end. Although you can see all the logs with regard to the, I mean, your infra in your machines, but definitely for developers, it is very effective, and for the DevOps engineer to see the logs inside here, right? So This is done regarding the logging part, right? And also I need to cover the other part, like EC2, ECS master 2 data nodes. But what we have done, we have spin up the machine, right? So let's see, it is in healthy state. Which we have spun up the data node, added one data node, and we want to see the health of our cluster. You see, change to yellow. This node has joined, and the number of nodes are now increased, right? So, guys, one thing you notice that the name of master node one is this instead of master node two. We have data nodes, and the IP address 238 is actually the IP address of your data node. If you see 238, I'm taking this, parsing this IP address, so we can see all the logs regarding to that. So this name is, I just see. If you see the master 2, it has the same configuration, and this is the master node 2 shell. So what I have done, I need to update. So currently, I'm doing the live update in front of you guys. So if you see the script regarding the log stream name is set to the container name. So it will not give more visibility. So I'm going to update this part in the code. So I set it to Elastic container name, and I'm going to simply commit it. So if you see the variable regarding the Elastic container name, control FB. So you see this is the master node one. So the stream is going to be updated automatically when you use the code. So this is with regard to the logging. I mean, um, the useful feature I like about the log group is that CloudWatch. Um, you can set uh, automatic. Navigate to the setup retention, how much retention you need. Although you can use setup that to error and retention. Let's say 1 day, you can do that. So everything from the UI, you can watch that regarding the status of each node logging in the UI. So later on, I will be, you know, showing you in the last part regarding the monitoring of our infra. As I discussed, this is the status is yellow. I'm going to remove one node later in the video by adding one monitoring node, but I just want to show you to see the status of our cluster should be green. So what I will be doing, I'm going to add one data node as in this cluster, at least we should have two data node to make it green. So I'm going to launch one node, and later I'm going to remove it. And just to show you that this cluster is highly available, scalable, and it is going to be with the status green, and the node which we are launching is going to automatically join the cluster just like other data node. So you can use, as many launch configuration and auto scaling in your infrastructure, right? Um, and this is, you see, pretty much the automated way of adding the nodes instead of manually doing stuff. So this node is going to be another data node. You see, initialization has done. So let me do the running filter. The see the terminated node. You see, you are watching actually. I covered in my first video. It is actually the golden AMI which we have created, and I removed the node because of limitation of the sandbox, right? So the initialization has begun. So once this node is available, we will be able to see that particular node in our infrastructure. And in last video, I'm going to show you the automated deployment of Kibana and um, Grafana, right? And we are going to that gives us more visibility to our Elasticsearch cluster. So before leaving you guys, I want to show you the status of this cluster as well. So I'm going to pause the video till this node joins the cluster. So guys, this node has actually joined our cluster. You see the status of the cluster is green. Data number, I mean number of data nodes is now 2. And if you see that automatically the IP address new data node is actually joined and the log group is automatically created. I mean log stream has automatically created. The logs are going to be now available and you can see the logs regarding to that. And we are going to make some more API call with regarding to the cat API. So if you navigate to this section, I wanna see from the command line some of the cat API. So I'm going to use this cat API and we are going to use this command. So simply navigate to this cluster, and if I move this guy to more upstate, this is our nodes. So guys, that is it regarding this video. See our status of cluster is green and number of nodes are set to 5. In the later video, I'm going to simply remove one node and we can do that because this is the demo, and I'm going to cover add one node automatically with regard to the monitoring. If you like the video, please like, share and subscribe the channel. Have a nice day.